that. Oh, Jesus. Don't have that. Right. Mm. Whew. At least my legs don't hurt like they used to. Okay. I am. Oh, here come the rat. You see the rat? Here? Only in New York. They can't even say, I ain't got no rats in Brooklyn. Ain't no rats in Manhattan. Ain't no rats in the Bronx. Now, I don't know about Manhattan. I ain't lived in Manhattan long enough. But I know there's some in the Bronx. And I definitely know there's some in Brooklyn. Oh, yes. Here to tell you. When I was living in an apartment that I moved from and went to the shelter, right? Whew. Let me catch my breath for a little bit. Alright? If I don't think I'm 61, when I start mounting them steps let me know. How old you think you is? How old you thought you was?
Right.
You what? You thought you was 16? No, you're not. Turn that around. Oh, I think my bus coming. Is that the bus? My distance. I need my glasses for distance. Oh, that's a 32 bus. But I should have known it was double bus. Okay, so back to the story. So now, the landlord, right? He was next to the building the building next to us. They started working in, not our landlord. Whoever was working in that building, whatever contractors was working, whatever company or realty had that area. And when they started digging in, the building for a while was not in use. So when they started digging in the building, around the building, whatever they was doing to the buildings, the rats, and I tell you no lie, rats. Now we all know what a mouse look like. We had rat cats, and they was in the walls, and they traveled through them walls because they had to find somewhere else to live, because where they was living, they can't live there no more. They got to dispossess. And they started gnawing through the walls of my apartment in my kitchen. Right? Now, mind you, while they was working, we can hear the rats and the mice. We hear them squeaking, probably playing tag with one another. Whatever the case may be, we can hear it in the wall. And this was during the course of the years, because I moved there in 2003 and I moved in 2018. So that's how long I've been in that neighborhood. And that was Malcolm X between Putnam and Madison. So they started gnawing holes through the wood through the sheetrock. And they wind up making a big hole behind my refrigerator, but I didn't know it was a big hole behind it. I hear all the noise going, I'm cooking. We cook, leave the pots, right? We hear the tops falling. We hear the cups falling. We're like, well, who in the kitchen? Let me find out we got a visitor that we did not invite. Sure enough, that's what it was. But 4-legged visitor, not a 2-legged one. And one day this is when my husband was up and walking. I mean, he still had the stroke on one side, but he was able to walk. He had the strength in his legs to walk. And he called me. He said, Sharon, come here. My room, now this is the craziest part. My room was right next door to the kitchen. So I can come out my room and go right in the kitchen. And that is because my room was not a bedroom. My room was the dining room. And you know how people was back then. They'll have you living in a hole in the wall. And you think it's real. And I had to realize any room you walk in that don't got no closet, that ain't no room. Because every room is supposed to have a clothing closet. So you can put your stuff in. So you walk in the room and go, nope, this is either the dining room or this is a room they made. To make a long story short, because my bus is going to be turning that corner in a minute. I went and looked, and it was a rat about as big as my cat. And we had a cat. His name was Smokey. We took Smokey and said, come on, Smokey. We put Smokey in the kitchen. We hear the rat making noise. We go look out. I go open my door and peek out because everybody else is in another part of the room. In the house, rather. I go open the door and peek out, and Smokey looking there like, he turned his head. You expect me to go and get that? You must be out your cotton picking mine. I'm trying to hide from him. Smokey was crazy. Our bus coming. Oh no, it ain't the bus. Not in service. How dare you not be not in service? You about to take a break. I don't know what time it's supposed to be. All right, so he looking up at the thing like, I know you don't expect me to go and run after that cat. I mean that rat, because that rat looked like me. Big as me was. That rat was big. So I told the landlord, I said, listen, you got to do something. And here's the thing. I will go to church, and when I come back, I open up my door, they all on top of my bed. One. Must be the one. So that means that while I'm out, because everybody else in their room with their door closed. Because he never went to the front part of the house. He stayed in the back, because that's where the kitchen was. And that's where his hole was, but I didn't know it was a hole. He came up in the bed, and at that time, my grandchildren was little then. Hopefully it's my fault. And I told the landlord, I said, you got to do something, because if you don't, I'm taking you to court. I'm definitely taking you to court. Here comes the bus. I hit you up.